Haylie, why are you singing to a tree?
Friends, we're finally here. I'm excited to share this destination with you. We're in Grand Rapids for the World of Winter, but these light installations aren't the only art you'll see.
On this episode, we're touring historic homes, including...
The most tenured of those people was Marion Mahoney, first woman licensed architect in the U.S., second woman to graduate from MIT, the designer of this house.
Shaking things up at a local distillery.
Okay. That's vodka.
Okay.
Trying delicious eats and celebrating the world of winter.
Ended up spilling like half of it.
Hi friend, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Haylie, former festival queen turned executive producer of the award-winning television series Finding Festivals, and this is the Finding Festivals vlog. We're in Grand Rapids, Michigan for the annual World of Winter Festival. This 7-week-long celebration is the largest winter festival in the United States. It started as an ice sculpture competition and grew into the citywide event we're experiencing today.
It's my Patronus.
Every weekend there are themed events, competitions, and experiences.
Supposedly, if you sing to the tree, the colors will change. Let's see. I think this is the mic. I'm sorry if I make your ears bleed. Do make me. Did I do it? No idea.
Today is Hungry Hungry Hippo.
4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
They may be playing, but Hungry Hungry Haylie needs a taco. This place is a local favorite, serving up classic authentic eats and Coca-Cola in a bottle. So good. Oh, and these tacos are hitting the spot. The owners wanted to create a space where people can gather and share conversations even outside. Looks structurally sound, but I know a few places that will take you back in time. The Voigt House Victorian Museum is a preserved 1895 mansion designed by William G. Robinson and built for Carl G. A. Voigt. The interior is furnished with original possessions of the Voigt family. Glancing around every corner is a piece of family history uniquely preserved in this Heritage Hill neighborhood. This is one of the many homes that can be visited during the Heritage Hill Tour of Homes 2026. Details in the description below. This neighborhood is home to over 1,000 historic homes, including 2 Frank Lloyd Wright houses. The Meyer May house was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright in 1908, and its first impression is jaw-dropping. The lighting, detail, and structure are just a few things that instantly draw your eyes as you take in the space. Throughout the home, Wright makes it clear his design is the art, and none is to be hung unless otherwise assigned by him with 2 built-in pegs. Down the road is another design by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Heard over at Meyer May that their daughter, Sophie, was married to Meyer May. So both of these homes were built essentially at the same time. From our house we can see theirs, their house they can see here. Meyer May went first. Construction starts there in 1908. While that's under construction, the Ambergs contract with Wright to design this house. Coincidental with that, in 1909, Wright has his scandalous affair with Mamie Cheney. And he leaves the country to publish what's called the Wasmuth portfolio. He anticipated being out of the country for a month, maybe 2. So he didn't make any arrangements for servicing the clients that were here expecting to get their plans. There were, at that point, about a dozen architect, draftspeople working in the studio, the Frank Lloyd Wright home and studio. So Wright arranges for Herman von Holst, another architect in Chicago, to effectively buy the practice. Von Holst agrees on the condition that Marion complete all of the proposed and underway projects. Number one on that list was this house. The most tenured of those people was Marion Mahoney, first woman licensed architect in the US, second woman to graduate from MIT, the designer of this house. So Wright scholars do not include this in the catalog of Wright homes. He was contracted. He certainly had a role, but he didn't sign the prints. So we're actually in a more precious domain than if it were just another Wright house. But this is a very well-known home in Grand Rapids, and I share it all the time. We have an Airbnb suite. So that was the original servants' quarters. It was 2 bedrooms, a bath, and the laundry for the house was there. And everybody that stays with us gets a private tour of the house. So
It's been a full day and it's only Friday. We have a whole weekend, friends, so I'll see you tomorrow. I was going through my goodie bag. Special thank you to Jeff, Kim, and Dee from the Heritage Hill Association. And I came across this little box. Now I opened it and decided, friends, you need to see what's in here. So I thought it was gonna be like a collectible of some sort. Oh no, friend. It's even better, in my opinion. So it is artisan chocolate confections. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fun flavors, but no. They're fun colors. Like they're little pieces of art that you get to taste. And I was just like, look at this. It's like Easter, but chocolate. I am so excited. I haven't checked it with the flavor paper. I haven't checked what the flavors are. Okay, so we get a little diorama here to let us know what we got. So I'm gonna look on here. Looks like we got this Mexican Orango Guava Dulce de Leche. I'm embarrassing myself. I can't say some of this stuff. Looks like we got this one. I'm not very good at pronouncing things. I'm so sorry, friends. I don't mean offense, truly. But it's 80% dark chocolate bonbon. Yes. Okay, it looks like we also have this one. This is a sun-dried tomato lemon thyme. White chocolate bonbon. So that's what we're working with. Sun-dried tomato. I feel like the sun-dried tomato lemon thyme is going to give us the biggest reaction. So here we go. Oh my, this is huge. Oh man, how am I gonna, look at that. That is so pretty. It has like the chocolate on the bottom. It's supposed to be white chocolate bonbon, but it's chocolate on the bottom. All right, cheers, friends. Oh, wow. I can taste the tomato and the lemon. That is definitely a flavor profile I would have never put together. But it's interesting. Look at that. It's nice and gooey on the inside. Yeah. I'm going to make my husband take the rest and see what his reaction is.
Kyle's reaction wasn't quite as animated as mine, but he actually enjoyed it and couldn't even tell what flavors were in there. So tomato, or in this case, it's literally sun-dried tomato, lemon, and thyme.
Good morning, friends. We are starting our day off right with this beautiful spread at the bed and breakfast. And yes, everything on my plate is gluten-free. Oh my goodness, my mouth is drooling just thinking about this meal and, well, watching myself enjoy it. Sometimes being an editor is so hard. The dining room's aromas are filled with warm spice, crispy bacon, and fresh brewed coffee. If smell vision were a thing, I would have included it in this segment for you. Ruth and Ken are the owners and innkeepers of the Leanord at Logan House, and Ruth is the creative behind this delicious breakfast. Ruth, what is your favorite dish to make?
The mushroom quiche.
That's his favorite one.
Oh. I thought that's what we were talking about. Oh.
You know what? My favorite is finding something new. Because there are times it's like, oh, I've made this so many times. And then creating that new thing is exciting.
The home was built in 1914 for Harry Leanord, whose father patented and sold the Leanord cleanable refrigerator.
And that happened through an accident that happened in his house where one of his staff spilled lard inside, and the material that it was made out of was impossible to clean. So he's like, fix this, fix it, fix it. He did. And then that's how he earned enough money to build his house.
This enhancement launched the Leanord Refrigerator Company into being the largest at the time. Today, Ruth and Ken share the first owner's family history, among other stories of Heritage Hill.
So we've been owners for 8 years, and we do have partners, a wonderful couple, so it's like the four of us own it. And we're located in Heritage Hill, which is the historic district of Grand Rapids. We see people literally across the country and the world. We've had people from New Zealand, Australia. And just to hear their stories and to share our stories, you make a connection and where they are in life and what's happening. And it's just kind of fun to connect. Best part of being part of the community is just connecting with the history of Grand Rapids and being able to share that with people.
And just being available to our neighbors too, and enjoying sharing this space with them.
Back of the World of Winter Festival, it's full of snakes at the Great Lakes Snow Snakes Competition.
Tell me about this competition. How long has it been part of the tradition, and what made you want to carry it on?
Well, that snake I'm using, I just had just now through, that's probably 60 years old anyway.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing it since I've been a kid, and my aunts and uncles and even my elders taught me to do it, so they've been doing it, so it's been going on for hundreds of years.
This indigenous tradition is typically performed with snow, but the organizers got crafty and made their own path since we're in the Midwest and Mother Nature decided this weekend would be a great time for a meltdown.
The World of Winter asked if there's anything that the natives did that in the winter time, like that goes along with winter activities and games. So I said, well, we do snow snaking. And they said, well, what is that? And I told them about it. And they said, could we do it there? And I said, could we get people in to do it? And I said, you give me a nice first place prize and we'll get people in.
So my last question to you, is there a secret technique to like make your snake fly?
Well, when you go over there and watch them, everybody's a little different.
Okay.
Everybody, I can't give them the secret stuff, but they all got their own, they all got their own techniques and things that they kind of hide them. They don't let everybody know what they do, and they just do a lot of little different things. And
Well, that didn't go as planned. Whoops. The snow may be gone, but it's still cold, so to warm up, let's head into Michigan's oldest museum. The Grand Rapids Public Museum was founded in 1854, and in addition to the pieces like the original City Hall clock, Streets of Old Grand Rapids exhibit, and helping manage the Voigt House in Heritage Hill, they also collaborate with local schools to produce exhibits like this one. She's beautiful.
I gotta ride it.
Friends, if you've been here a while, you know the drill, and if you're new, there is a rule on finding festivals that when I see a carousel, I must ride it. This carousel is a 1928 Spillman carousel. Spillman Engineering was known for traveling carousels, but this is one of 3 that were made to be stationary. There is no simple joy quite like a ride on the carousel.
That was so much fun. I love a good carousel. They're just so great.
Carousels are full of whimsy and are a little eclectic, much like some items found at these 3 antique malls in the old Sligh furniture building. Sligh Furniture is what dubbed Grand Rapids, Michigan, fine furniture capital of the world. Local woodworkers crafted bedroom and dining room suites for well-known influential people like Rutherford B. Hayes and Benjamin Harrison before the Great Depression took the company out of business. Back in Heritage Hill is a fig and goat cheese dip I have to try. Winchester is located on Wealthy Street and is Uptown's neighborhood pub. It reminds me of a pub I went to in the financial district of New York City. Old world charm with just enough modern touches to root you in this century. I can't get enough of this fig and goat cheese dip. So good.
You know me, friends. I have to try Brussels sprouts everywhere, so
Yeah.
bon appetit. And it's actually different than anything I've ever had. It has a little bit of spice to it, but then you have the sweetness of the cream. You gotta check it out.
Down the street is Martha's Vineyard Fine Wine and Gourmet Grocery, is the official title, but some of the locals refer to it as Martha's or Martha's Vineyard.
The store is different. Like the reputation of the store is bigger than what we actually are, I think, in many ways.
I've been to a few local wine stores, but I haven't seen a collection this large.
Wow. I think I found my new favorite library.
Coming in, this is a go-to place if you need to pick up really nice spices and things of that nature.
The store goes beyond wine and has a deli, pastry case, and a designated Michigan-made area. Peter has been part of Martha's for a while and said,
Heritage Hill is unique. There's a lot of giving back to the community.
But they do a number of different things for the community. And it started out with little kids. Camille, the owner, used to give candy to the kids when they would come in, and it's kind of like now 40 years later, they all just come back.
I know, I didn't try any vino, but friend, I knew I was coming here, and well, I think you and I both know that was a good choice.
It fits to the test. This is their Mammoth Gin, and we're gonna see if it fits my test. Ooh, it does smell good though.
I feel like I want other people to enjoy this, and if I taste it, then I'll feel it.
It's actually really smooth. Very good, Mammoth. Very good.
Mammoth Distilling has 6 locations, and their libations are distributed throughout the state of Michigan and can be purchased from their website.
It's vodka.
So I'm sorry, and I'm looking at it upside down, so I didn't, okay.
That's vodka.
Okay.
Mammoth Distilling produces whiskey, bourbon, rye, vodka, and gin. And if you don't believe me, just look at that again.
The cherry bounce is made with Michigan cherries, so of course I gotta try it. Ooh, it does smell really good.
My body reacts
Wow.
totally different than it used to. So this is the cherry bomb.
That is so good. Like it's smooth. You have the tart cherry right at the tip. Oh, chef's kiss.
At this point, I think I've tried enough and decided on a spirit, but now to choose a cocktail. I'd be lying if I didn't admit I chose this because it came in a coupe glass. The Aviation is a gin base, and yes, their gin is good, coming from a non-gin person. It also has creme de lavender, lemon juice, simple syrup, and Mammoth brandied cherries. Cheers!
Oh my gosh.
Oh sure, now the snow shows up after the snake competition, but hey, it looks pretty. Located in the historic 1873 Augustus Paddock Mansion, Mangiamo's is a fine Italian dining experience that makes you feel like you were invited over to a dinner party. There are gluten-free options, which is especially hard to come by at an Italian restaurant. This was so good. Since it was gluten-free, I had it to myself, and while I had no business eating it all, I don't regret it. The gluten-free chicken piccata was tender, juicy, and had just the right amount of sauce. I devoured that too. Post-dinner, check out the downstairs speakeasy, Moe's Cocktail Lounge.
I've kind of been loving it ever since. Especially for a place like this, you can't help but love it, you know? It is the amount of history and things that I learned from people, connecting with people coming in from different areas. I've even had one time I just stumbled upon the old owner of this building too. He did insurance on the 3rd floor. It showed me where he used to keep his aquarium, where he used to keep his giant table, all of his old furniture and stuff. Hearing a lot of those stories and kind of highlighting those over time kind of makes my heart break, but also like go bigger and bigger each time it breaks. Just because the amount of stuff that in little areas you never guess, like, oh, I used to own this and used to do this here. So even during Gibson's, there was multiple ownerships of like a jewelry place up in here. There's the insurance upstairs. Kind of learning all those little bits and pieces of people's history around here really makes it so Grand Rapids is kind of a special home for me too.
I heard about it all weekend, but finally had the chance to ask, what exactly is Heritage Hill?
The Heritage Hill Association was founded in 1971 by an amazing woman, Barb Roloff. She and a lot of her friends were just sick of what they were seeing with these houses being torn down. And at that point, we had already lost Town Hall. They formed a group of people that said, you can't have our houses. Unfortunately, the night before we got historic preservation, several houses were torn down. But they were able to save 1,600 homes, which makes us the largest urban historic district.
And now what the association does now is really to make sure we're linking with the city and really having the city and the surrounding area really understand the preservation aspect of what we have and appreciate our past. So people can experience what really our past has been about in Grand Rapids. And the people that lived in those homes, the time period they lived in it, the designs, because they're all in different time periods, going from about 1850 to about 1925, 1930. That's when all these homes were created.
It's just that sense of as soon as you come in, they just take care of you. I've lived all over the globe and I've never experienced the sense of community like I see here in Grand Rapids.
It's the people that live with us. We have a very diverse group of people that are our neighbors. I think what we have in common is a passion of where we live and an appreciation for architecture, a sense of wanting to be in a community of neighbors that care about neighbors.
The Heritage Hill neighborhood is full of history, community, and love. Truly a gem in Grand Rapids, and one I look forward to revisiting in May for the annual Heritage Hill Tour of Homes. Get your tickets in the link below. On that note, no, not that note. Well, sort of. There's one more day of World of Winter. Yes, we're going. NoodleFest is a culinary showdown that is determined by the World of Winter attendees. And yes, they have gluten-free and vegan options.
Here's the verdict. I ended up spilling like half of it because it's so slippery. But here we go. It's not gonna be a pretty sight, friends. Oh my gosh, this is this is so difficult. Okay. Here we go. That was so difficult. It is very good. Friends, you got my vote.
Try a bowl of noodles from one of the participating vendors at NoodleFest and collect a chip to use to vote for your favorite bowl of noodles. Food isn't the only cultural connection. Look at those lions. Ascendant Lion Dance is a dynamic performing arts team based in Grand Rapids, Michigan, dedicated to preserving and showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the traditional Vietnamese lion dance. Through their performance, Ascendant Lion Dance fosters community connections and cultural exchange in the modern world. And just look at the joy they bring on so many people's faces. Oh, hey! I think we just became best friends. Are we best friends now? Oh, good night. Good night, Sleepy Lion.
I'm all decked out in my wow wear. Friends, this has been a festive full weekend from World of Winter, NoodleFest, and of course touring the beautiful homes. If you want to learn more, check out the links in my description below. And friends, keep finding festivals.
For more festival fun, subscribe to my channel and follow me on one of these other platforms, and check out season 1 of Finding Festivals, where we dive into more art, culture, and history. Until next time, friends, I'll see you at the next festival we find.
Grand Rapids, you know how to show up. As you can hear, I'm out of breath from all of that dancing. It was so much fun.